Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about NIO and why I think NIO stock is going to hit $100. But before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today I'm going to be doing a video about NIO, why I think NIO stock is eventually going to hit $100, why I think people should buy the dip on the stock, and kind of what's been in motion with NIO. So if you guys don't know what NIO actually is, NIO is an EV company that's based out of China. They produce luxury EV cars. I mean, this stock has had a pretty good history. So taking a look at the 5-year chart, we see this thing IPO'd September 12th of 2018 at $6. Kind of went through a little bit of a rut. Wasn't doing too well. I know the company was almost at the verge of bankruptcy kind of in its earlier days. But during COVID, we see this huge, massive run up. Stock hit about $66, almost $67. And kind of ever since then, it's kind of been on a slow decline. Looking at the 1-year chart, it's down about 57.18%. So we can see here around July last year, end of June, early July, this stock was trading around $50, $55. Taking a look at the 3-month chart, down about 22.59% with a high here of, I think it was around $24 before it slowly started to sink back down. Taking a look at the 1-month chart, not too bad, down 1.83%. And taking a look at the 1-week chart, we're actually up 5%. And the last trading session, it was up 3.37%. So a lot of people definitely hold NIO stock. I mean, NIO stock is definitely something that people definitely do see the growth in the long term. NIO is growing very quick. It's growing very fast. But a lot of people are kind of wondering why the stock price is never reflecting this. A lot of people are starting to kind of get impatient. Well, there's a lot of factors that people really do have to take in consideration. Me saying that NIO stock is eventually going to hit $100 is not clickbait because I generally do believe in the company. I've been buying the company stock ever since it was $12 and I bought all the way up, and I'm still buying all the way down as well because I do believe that this company is going to do a lot of huge things. So let's dive in. Let's talk about what NIO has been doing and kind of the macroeconomic factors that, in my personal opinion, are affecting NIO stock price. So one, we have the Russia-Ukraine war. Obviously, this made stocks take a big hit all around. We can take a look at the general stock market. It has not been doing well ever since December. So this definitely has been playing a role on why a lot of stocks haven't been doing well. A lot of people are kind of scared of is this war going to continue to escalate? The war's already been going on for about 6 months. So people are kind of starting to wonder, okay, where is the war going to go? Is it going to get worse if Putin is not having his way with Ukraine? And stuff like that. So that's definitely been one of the tall tales when it comes to a lot of the reasons why stocks have fallen. But with NIO in specific and a lot of other stocks, there's obviously a bunch of other things that are playing into the overall stock price. One, like I said, we know we had a huge, massive chip shortage, and going based off that overall chip shortage, obviously it's been harder for a lot of car makers to meet their overall demands on producing vehicles. This happened because a fire in Japan took out one of the biggest chip factories. We are slowly recovering from that though, so people do expect that to be kind of resolved by the end of the year, maybe early next year. We also know that China obviously got hit with a huge another COVID lockdown. This did actually affect NIO's productions in March, April, May, and I think also we get their May deliveries, I believe, on Wednesday. So with NIO, I do believe that their May deliveries are not going to be that good. Just because, like I said, due to the fact that they were on zero lockdown, they had to lock up production for a little bit. But there is good news on that because I believe starting June 1st that they're reopening lockdowns. I was tracking their COVID cases, and it's pretty clear that a lot of their cases are slowly going down and they barely have any new cases. So I do believe Z is going to go ahead and reopen, and that way NIO can actually hit back on its full production. But the biggest thing that really does hold NIO back, in my personal opinion, is the constant runaround about delisting fears and the constant running around about the U.S. and China finally coming to an audit deal. I think, people are definitely waiting for this. It is in the works. We do know it's in the works, and we know that there is a lot of people who are waiting for it. But as of then, there's always going to be that underlying fact that NIO stock is going to get delisted. I made a video. I don't think NIO stock is going to get delisted. And even if hypothetically it did get delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, it is listed on Hong Kong and on the Singapore Exchange as well. So if NIO stock did get delisted, our shares would just go to the Singapore Exchange as well. A lot of people are starting to turn bullish on NIO, which is why I personally think that although in the short term NIO has taken a beating, the long term looks absolutely bright for NIO. We do know that, they're dropping a bunch of new vehicles. They dropped the ET7 sedan, they're dropping the ET5. We also get a new SUV, I believe the EC8, in the middle of June. It has been pushed back a couple of times, but like I said, that's just due to COVID. But we're getting 3 new vehicles. We also know that NIO is opening up NIO Park, so this is definitely going to help ramp up production. There is talks that, NIO wants to open up a US production facility here in the United States. That's absolutely huge. So, NIO definitely has the right idea. It continues to expand. It continues to show itself. But there's a lot of people out there who are also bullish on the stock as well. We do know that NIO has gotten a couple good analyst upgrades over the past couple of months from Bank of America. A lot of the people who put price targets on NIO have reiterated their price targets. I think the highest one being around $60 or even $70. So taking a look at that from the bigger perspective, people are seeing the value in NIO. We had Kathy Wood and George Soros. George Soros, if you guys don't know who he is, he has probably one of the biggest investment funds in the entire world, actually ended up buying the dip on NIO stock as well, just due to the fact that, a lot of people do see that this company is growing quick. A lot of people do see the longer term value in NIO stock. But for me personally, I still do think that NIO does have the potential to hit $100 because, like I said, the company is expanding very quick. It's growing. It's selling cars. It's doing what it needs to do. Yes, there's a lot of macroeconomic factors and a lot of FUD in the short term that's pushing the stock down. But for me, I think right now is the perfect time to be buying up NIO stock at $16.59. I do expect NIO stock to retrace its all-time highs, and I do expect NIO stock to hit $100. So a lot of people may ask, okay, so when do you expect NIO stock to hit $100? It's currently sitting at $16.59, so you're talking over a 300-400% upside. For me personally, I feel like NIO stock is going to hit $100 by the end of 2023. That's just my personal opinion on it. We do know in 2024 NIO is going to be profitable, but that does not mean I do expect NIO to currently stay in the $16, $17, $18 range until NIO decides to go on this massive run up. I do still have a $40 to $50 price target for NIO stock by the end of the year. Once, NIO is back up to full production, once, the economy starts to get better, once we know that inflation is slowly starting to go back down, and we know that Jerome is going to stop rising interest rates, I do think that NIO is going to have a beautiful run back into the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And like I said, this is just my personal opinion on it, my personal price prediction. In my honest opinion, I think worst case scenario, even if things stay as they do, I still don't think NIO is going to stay in the teens. I still do think that NIO stock is going to kind of shoot back up into the 30s, 40s, and the 50s. But we do have a couple of things that are coming up for NIO. Like I said, we have deliveries coming up Wednesday, June 1st, so I'm pretty excited to see how they do. I'm not expecting May deliveries to be that good, so that's okay. We also do know on June 9th that NIO is reporting their quarter 1 earnings. I do expect them to be decent, but I'm going to be looking for a lot better guidance. But like I said, we also have their new SUV dropping, and we also have FOMAC meeting as well that's going to play a big role into stock prices. So I'm very curious to see where NIO is going to be headed in the short term. But I do know in the long term, guys, NIO is absolutely going to be a winner. I'm going to be holding the stock for a very long time because I know the stock is going to do great things. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of NIO stock. Do you guys think NIO stock is a good buy at $16.59? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.